completely underestimated the amount of time this takes. Today, hope to get the tailgate off. We want to use this yellow bit on the side part of the shower tray. Still building the shower tray, the drainage, but we've got a fair bit of time. We've managed to end up with two different fixings on the top. These are both the same fitting underneath. On the top, you can see one's got a nut and one's got two little nubs. So just going to adjust this one to reduce the overall height that the water will need to be to get into here. Actually, I'm going to take this to the bench. It would be safer to do it in the bench. I've turned it into a pretty little thing. Look at that pad. Hold up. Yeah, that's now a pretty little thing. Look at all that. It's shiny gloriousness. So now the water, when it drains, only has to come to this height here, as opposed to hit this height here before it can get to the inside of the fitting. We're only dry fitting today, so it doesn't have to be drastic. Then I'm going to stick a plate here to lift the bottom up, so that's it flush. Oh, that was very close to our wire. But we didn't hit it, so we're all good. While the silicone and all the wet stuff dries in the shower tray, or the draining point, we're going to build the wall extension. This wall previously came out at 45 degrees to allow more access general across here. But because I'm only this wide and I'm quite nimble, quite able, I'm just going to bring the wall right out to the back, so that when the door shuts, the door will shut right up to this wall. Construction noises. And then back out. This is part of the original cabinet things that are in here. It's got these little internal locking mechanisms. We're going to try and use these as much as we can. So to attach this in, rather than doing a plate with a rivet in it or bolting it in, I'm going to cut this down so you can actually get a proper lock on it. And it'll pull itself in, it'll lock up, and that should be nice and solid, just like the original cabinets are in here. I couldn't get the top riveter up into the profile of the bracket to match the ceiling, but luckily enough I've kept all the screws from when I took it apart. This bit. shower wall fitted. It looks a little bit rough, but this bit still has to come out. So on the bottom we're going to have to like feather it out so that we can put the shower tray actually just behind that, so the water runs off into the tray. So we're still going to have to build the tray. This bit will also be inside the tray, this bit here. It's done in 3 sections because it's made of little bits that we've taken out of the existing fittings within the ambulance itself. It doesn't really matter too much about the gaps in it. So I think on the inside we're going to have a plastic sheet attached to it, and once again on the outside there's like a 5mm gap from this edge of this face to this face. There's a 5mm difference, so we'll be able to fit a 5mm fascia plate over the whole of that, which will cover that back and front, and it will keep it very solid as well. This tailgate has pretty beastly rivets in it. We've tried drilling them, grinding them, hammering them, drilling them again, but now we've got this. It's an air chisel with a punch on it. This thing is loud and beastly. So it's got there's probably about 100 rivets in the top and bottom. I'm going to get rid of the bottom ones first, and then go to the top, and hopefully that should pull apart and we'll have lots of little pieces rather than one big chunk of tailgate.